Number 5, we have a system of equations, and we're trying to figure out which point would make them both true. That's the point of intersection. So we're going to plug 2, -5 in to both of these, y equals -2x minus 1 and x plus y equals -3, and see, does that work? And then if it doesn't, we'll try -1, -3. So let's plug it in. So y is -5. Does that equal -2 times the x value of 2 minus 1? Well, that's -4 minus 1. That does equal -5. So yes, it works. The second piece, plug into here. So x is 2 plus y -5. Does that equal -3? Yes, it does. So this is the point of intersection of those two lines. Now, it is possible, we probably in real life would go and check each of these also, because it's possible that the two lines are the same line, and then every point would work. So it's possible they can have more than just one point of intersection. But for the most part, what you and I are doing is we're just finding that single point of intersection. We're not having lines look like this where they're on top of one another. There's also always the possibility of parallel lines where nobody works. There is no point of intersection. But again, that's further discussion. Let's look at problem 6. Now, this one's a little different. This says, hey, this is a system of inequalities. Notice on the last problem, it had equals. This is inequalities. But we're just checking the same thing. We're just trying to figure out, hey, which of these points works? Now, it could be all of these guys. So we are going to have to test all of these. Okay? We would, because every one of these points could make both the equations true. So I'm going to plug in 2, 1. I'll tell you now that I only make one of them, but it's always possible that it could be all of them. So since I've told you it's only one of them, once we find the one that works, we know we're good. So let's plug in x being 2, y being 1, and see if it works. So here, let's go to here. Y is 1. Is that greater than 2 times the x of 2 minus 1? Is 1 bigger than 3? Is that true? No, that's not true. So right away, we know he's not the point. Let's try -1, 4. So y is 4. Is that bigger than 2 times -1 minus 1? 4 bigger than 2 times, that's -2. Is that bigger than -3? Is 4 bigger than 3? Yes. So it does work for the top equation, but it's got to work for the bottom one also. So we got to plug -1, 4 into the bottom equation. -1 plus 4. Is that bigger than 3? Well, that gives me 3. Is 3 bigger than 3? No, it's equal, so it doesn't. So it looks like it's going to be C, but let's just double check it. Let's plug in y is 7. Is that bigger than 2 times 0 minus 1? 0 minus 1. Is 7 bigger than 0 minus 1? Yes, 7 is bigger than -1, so it works for the first equation. And then finally, x is 0 plus y is 7. Is that bigger than 3? Is 7 bigger than 3? Yes. This guy makes both this equation true and that inequality true. Okay.